Hello, universe, and any of its parallel realms. I'm Joey, and I'm going to talk about an issue that has been talked about before. I'm going to talk about the idea of a female Link in The Legend of Zelda. The idea of creating a female version of Link, which a lot of people have been talking about. And while I do not believe it's a major social issue that'll change the world, and Nintendo already has female characters that could be focused on, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the idea of creating a female Link in The Legend of Zelda. Is it an issue? Is it a non-issue? Is it a whole bunch of nonsense being made? Big deal made out of nothing? Huh? What is it all? What is it all? Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts in this video right here.
Everything's about the penis people versus the vaginal Americans. Oh, Link's a male. We need a female version of Link. That's a popular franchise. We have to change it. But look, Link's supposed to be a male. Everything's a battle between the vaginal Americans and the penis people. Why must it always be a fight? Why? Why? If you can have a right-handed version of Link, you can have a female Link. Why not? Link is a multi-incarnate hero. He doesn't just exist in multiple timelines. He exists in multiple times within those timelines. Not every Link is the same person.
Okay, that was a pretty good spoiler. I pretty much gave away everything, didn't I? Well, I didn't really go into the details on what I really think. That's just the basics of it. Yeah, that was a spoiler, so you know what you're in for anyway. But anyway, let's go see what I have to say about it. Let's check in with me and see what I have to say about this.
Boing! Hi. Welcome. Yeah, like I didn't expect you were going to be there, because I'm just talking to a camera. Well, welcome to my kitchen. I'm here because I haven't had anything to eat yet today. Actually, I'm here because it was a quick and easy place I could set up a camera without messing around with a tripod. But I'm here to talk about the idea of a female Legend of Zelda. Well, female Link. There's this kind of like this old joke going around where they have this image. This is what it would look like if Zelda was a girl. It's a picture of a female version of Link, and the joke is because Zelda already is female. And yeah, but anyway, I'm not sure how to tie that joke into this, but there was a meme going around with that joke on. This is one of those things, it's like, some people are like, there has to be a female Link. We need a female version of Link. You know, we need more equality in media. And then there's people like, what? That's crazy. You're screwing with a franchise. You can't change that. And then there's a lot of people are like, doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. And what do I think? Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Now, I'm somebody who spent, I don't know, a couple years now, I'd say, complaining about the idea of rebooting Ghostbusters. So, in a way, I've been complaining about female Ghostbusters. Except, like a lot of people complaining about the most recent Ghostbusters movie, like, actually most of the complaints have nothing against female Ghostbusters. I'm a big fan of Extreme Ghostbusters. One of my favorite characters in the series was Kylie Griffin, a female Ghostbuster. But it was like they came up with this idea of something they wanted to do, and they were like, you know what? The fans might have wanted a sequel. They might have wanted Ghostbusters: The Next Generation, which was, you know, basically what the Ghostbusters 3 concept always was. It was sometimes subtitled Ghostbusters in Hell, because it was going to have an other dimensional characteristic to it, where they'd go to a hell dimension, was one of the original plot ideas. But in addition to that, it was basically going to be Ghostbusters: The Next Generation, because the old characters were going to be training a new team. And that was a concept even back in the 1990s. So when they decided to give us a new team of Ghostbusters, instead of getting Ghostbusters: The Next Generation, we got another crappy reboot. Yay! And while I'm not really here to ramble on about that, a lot of people have a similar reaction to the idea of a female Link. Like it would somehow change the franchise. Like it would somehow undo something. But my thoughts are, is if you can have a right-handed version of Link, you can have a female Link. Why not? Link is a multi-incarnate hero. Originally, the characteristics of Link that appeared in the various Links that would become Hero of Time, or the Hero of Hyrule, or whatever the hell we're supposed to call him, it would be somebody presumably named Link, who would be left-handed. The Triforce would appear, an image of the Triforce would appear on the back of their left hand. And they do go off and do amazing things. And they'd almost always wear like a green shirt and that weird green hat and so forth. It was a character born with a certain taste in clothing, left-handed, and destined to rescue the Triforce or Princess Zelda or whatever the hell they're doing at the time. Yeah. But the way I look at it, each Link is, well, not each game has a different Link. It's hard for me to say that each Link is different, but each Link is kind of different. There's various Links have been in different games. Like, not every time you have a new Zelda game, it's not always a new Link that you're playing as, but very often it is. And I believe it was Twilight Princess was the first game where there was a right-handed Link. However, I didn't get the impression that the right-handed Link was canonical, because that game was available for both the GameCube and the Wii. And the Wii version was mirrored for motion controls, because most people are right-handed. Personally, I don't think they should have bothered, because I'm left-handed and I've never had any problem playing right-handed characters. But since it was both a GameCube and a Wii version of the game, and in the GameCube version of the game, Link is left-handed, I think that's the more canonical version of the game. However, there is at least one game, I believe, that is Wii only available on the Wii. And in that one, Link is right-handed. And if that's the only version of the game, and if all future versions of the game keep Link as right-handed, then I would say we have a version of Link that is right-handed. So that just changed one of the characteristics that Link can have. So personally, I say there should be future female versions of Link. Or perhaps it might not be the most common incarnation of Link, you know. But I think if there's going to be a female Link, it should be a left-handed female. Just cause. You only change so many characteristics at a time. I mean, we only need one right-handed Link. Or maybe there'll be future right-handed Links. I don't care, really. But, you know what? The first two Zelda games on the Nintendo Entertainment System are some of my all-time favorite games. Both of them. A lot of people aren't that happy with the second one. I really like it. I thought it had a great sense of adventure. The different screens and perspectives that you have. I like wandering around the map. I like the side-scrolling part of it. I like talking to people in the villages. The music. I really liked Zelda too. I thought that was a great game. And I also really enjoyed the first one. The first one really amazed me. Of course, one of the most amazing things about it was probably the first game I ever played that had a save feature. That was pretty cool. I kind of lost my way with the Super Nintendo versions of the game, or version of the game, which was a prequel, which, well, in the dialogue, it's like you defeat evil forever. I forget how it ends, and I thought that was kind of screwed up. It's like, wait, but this is supposed to be a prequel. I didn't find that one quite as interesting. It lacked that sense of adventure. You're just a guy running around who happens to be good with a sword, but then again, I never played that far into it, and every time I try to get into it, I get bored with it, and I lost interest in Zelda, to be honest. I just wasn't that won over by a lot of the new games for the Super Nintendo. That's also when I lost interest in Zelda. But the Nintendo 64 games brought me back a bit, and I find the story more interesting at that point. That's when we get a broken timeline, where the timeline splits, which I find that interesting, that there's multiple universes split by changes in the timeline in the Zelda games. I really like that idea. And I'm actually kind of interested in the universe of Zelda. I kind of come back to it every now and then with interest. And while I'm not as strongly into it as I was back in the 8-bit age, you know what? I look forward to seeing what new Zelda games are going to be made. I'm not sure how to word it other than that. I look forward to future Zelda games.
Alright, in the end, is there a quick way I could sum everything up? What are my final thoughts on the issue?
The way I look at it is if you can have a right-handed version of Link, because Link is a multi-incarnate character, and traditionally he was always supposed to be left-handed, and, under certain circumstances, the image of the Triforce would appear on the back of his hand. If they could have a right-handed version of Link, then I see no reason why they can't have a female version of Link.
Yeah, and of course, it was clearly stated that Link is a left-handed character in various early incarnations of The Legend of Zelda.
In fact, a female version of Link, if she was left-handed and met all the other characteristics except for, the genitals and the secondary gender characteristics, you know what? Perfectly fine. As far as I'm concerned, that would probably be more true to a version of Link than a right-handed version of Link.
Yep, so that's my thoughts on this issue. Just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to one. Have fun. Feel free to disagree, and if enough people want to talk about it, feel free to fight about it in the comments below. Just leave me out of it.